On today's wrestling news, an AEW star becomes a world champion.
Some WWE stars have got engaged.
We've got a huge AEW title match announced.
And some AEW stars are both likely going to need surgery for their injuries.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the news times? My name is Phil James. I'm joined by Gareth Morgan to talk all things wrestling news. First up, an AEW star has become a world champion. And no, it's not Mercedes Moné for a change.
Oh.
It's Claudio Castagnoli. He has become the world champion for CMLL, and he did it in Arena Mexico last night. He was facing Gran Guerrero, who he beat, obviously, but has finished up a 3-year title reign with the belt. And now it's Claudio's, which, interestingly, it's only really his third world title in his entire career. He had the Ring of Honor world title twice, once in 2022, once in 2023, or 2023 and 2024, one of them. And now he's got the CMLL world title, unless you include the WXW world title, in which case it's 5, but still, it's for someone as incredibly talented as Claudio Castagnoli, he's been very light on the world titles kind of front. So yeah, just good to see Claudio Castagnoli getting his gold.
Yeah, and he looks good with world title gold on him. He's the horse of a man, I think, as Kevin Owens once famously said. And he just, I like you're saying, it is stunning that a guy that talented, that imposing, you could just see as a world champion, whether as a babyface or a heel, just be so, could be money as a champion, hasn't really had those runs. WWE never really saw him in at that level, just because of a variety of silly reasons. AEW have given him a few little goes at it, obviously with the ROH world title. Tony Khan's given him a few goes of it, but this is interesting. What a move for somebody who's held that belt for 3 years, for Claudio then to get it. That's huge, and you could tell on commentary. It was a bit of it seemed like it was a shock to the commentator that I watched on the video. It was like, when they hit the 3, they were like, what?
It's only his 4th match in CMLL ever, and his first since December last year, so it's almost been an entire year since his last match in CMLL. So yeah, to come in and take the title is pretty cool.
Was it Arena Mexico as well that it was?
Yeah.
Just that visual, that arena, there's something about it. Just looks like a really epic but sweaty kind of gritty place to wrestle, and it fit the Blackpool Combat Club vibes really well, with not Blackpool Combat Club, the Death Rider vibes. Sorry, it's been a while. The Death Rider vibes really well for that, just having him there with the belt. So it was cool, very good thing to watch. We like Claudio, but yeah, speaking of the people that we like in the wrestling world, Lash Legend and Trick Williams, they're both lovely people, seem like really nice people, just full of happiness and joy. They are now engaged. So there you go. Lovely thing. They put it on social media. I don't know if it was Instagram or whatever it was. And yeah, it was just really wholesome and heartwarming. It was Thanksgiving, obviously, so everyone's eating loads of food. I'm so jealous that we don't do Thanksgiving. Every time I see any clips of it and pictures, I'm just like, I'm going to move to America. Well, no, we can't do it here. I'm going on a tangent, but yeah, Thanksgiving just looks incredible. That's my rant about that. But yeah, Williams said in the video, he said, I was going to wait, I'll do this later, but I feel it. Everybody being here, I'm thankful for God. I'm thankful for Unreal. And then, yeah, he got down on one knee, and the ring, my goodness, a lot of diamonds, I believe. Yeah, I'm not an expert on these things, but it was very shiny, and I was like, ooh, wow, big shiny ring. Very cool. Lash Legend then, but I think it was on Instagram. She put, I'm making this post, I'm getting emotional again, but of pure joy, happiness and peace. If you know me, you know I don't play about my man. I love him more than words could ever put together. So honoured, blessed and thankful to spend the rest of my life with my handsome bestie. Oh, yeah, in real life they met obviously and began dating, do the performance centre, do the training, all there. And Lash Legend's having a hell of a weekend coming into this because she's going to be in Survivor Series tonight. So yeah, I wonder if she's got the ring on and she could just punch somebody in the face with it. That'd be my booking.
It's big enough for it. Yeah, not a lot to add to this. It's just lovely stuff. I love. It's lovely. Yeah. Love. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice when people are happy?
It's just warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, congratulations to them. Good stuff. But speaking of more people we like within the wrestling landscape, AEW have announced a huge world title match, and it is going to be Samoa Joe versus Eddie Kingston, which I'm kind of into, I'm not going to lie. And it's going to be at Winter is Coming on December the 10th. So Kingston kind of challenged Joe on Thursday at Collision, on their sort of Thanksgiving Collision episode. And then Tony Khan made it official on social media last night, putting out the graphic. It is going to be Samoa Joe versus Eddie Kingston. And yeah, this is just, I mean, it's great to see Eddie Kingston back in wrestling full stop in general. But him in a world title kind of scene against Samoa Joe is a wrestling world that I want to watch.
Yeah, I'm into that. Is that the winter is coming in Wales? Or is it in America?
I don't know.
Have I dreamed that up? That it might be a collision, maybe, that's happening. I've had a conversation with somebody about it the other day. I may have just dreamed that up, and if I have, just abused me in the comments. But very cool. Very cool. I like Eddie Kingston being involved at the top of the card. It's where he belongs. I just love...
It's not the Wales one. Oh. There is one in Wales. That's a Collision on Saturday the 13th. This is the Dynamite one in Atlanta on the 10th.
Right. And I will actually be in Manchester for the Manchester one. So if anyone's there, come say hello. That's going to be fun for the Manchester Dynamite and Collision tapings, I think, maybe.
Holiday Bash.
Holiday Bash. I'll be there. Holiday bashing. Good times. But yeah, Eddie Kingston, I like seeing him high up this card, just having these big, high-profile matches. And just, I enjoyed, it's the most I've enjoyed an Eddie Kingston promo in a while, that Thursday Thanksgiving one, where he was unfiltered, he was just him, just raw Eddie, and it's his kind of unique style, and his heart and his sleeve delivery, he's so endearing, like you just want to root for him. So I'm like, yeah, come on Eddie, go kick his ass, and I hope he does. I hope they just pull a massive shock and just have Eddie win the gold. Why not? Like, just getting towards the end of the year with the news cycle just tends to like slow down a little bit, and everyone kind of knows that nothing really happens. Just have a big swing again. Like we had a big one at Full Gear. Just do another. Why not? Just keep us on our toes coming out to the end of 2025.
Oh yeah, why not?
Yeah. So yeah. I forgot I had another story there, Phil. So. Just wrap it up and take it home. No. Okay, so last thing we're going to talk about, we're sticking in the AEW world for this one. Not as positive. It's always a bit crap when people get injured and surgeries might be involved, that kind of stuff. But we're talking about here Roosh and Realistico, and they are looking to both be out of action for a little bit. Brian Alvarez reported this, and he said that both members of LFI are probably going to need surgeries for their injuries that they've got. When it comes to Roosh, I'll read off the quote. It says, "We are told Roosh has been working with a bad knee for years, but because he wanted opportunities on Collision and Dynamite, he didn't want to take time off. Working through it made it worse. And as Tony Khan noted in a media call this week, he's off the Ring of Honor Final Battle show and almost certainly needs surgery. He will be evaluated in the next week or so and almost certainly undergo surgery. It is believed he had knee surgery previously in Mexico, but it was messed up and didn't solve the problem. So that's not good. And it's that typical wrestler thing of, I'll just carry on and hopefully I'll just get enough opportunities to make this worthwhile, and it's just not really worked out that way, so maybe just take a bit of time off to have this surgery and recover. But when it comes to Dralistico, he suffered injuries to his ear in 2 different matches. That's what has been mentioned here by Alvarez. He said he also worked through it since he was hoping to get regular work on the main roster as well, but eventually it became too painful and he was told he'd need surgery to fix it. He's either already undergone surgery or will undergo surgery shortly. So, yeah, both of those guys sitting on the sidelines for a little bit from the sounds of it. And it's a shame because it feels like they've gambled there and it's just not paid off. They've not had really the big opportunities on Dynamite. I think they've had a few chances on Collision here or there. It was mentioned, that Roosh was set to face Bandido at Final Battle, but then it was replaced by a Survival of the Fittest match, and he had to vacate the ROH Tag Team titles with Sammy Guevara. And now Sammy's going to team with Beast Motos, can't say his name, to face Tommy Billington and Adam Priest in a match for the vacant belts at Final Battle. So it's never great when you have to vacate titles and all that stuff, but getting healthy, it's more important. Having this surgery, hopefully if they both do end up having surgery, that can fix the problems and then come back even stronger, because I hate reporting on injuries and things like that, because it's a hard time when you sat on the sidelines watching other people kind of get those opportunities and get those spots and not knowing if you're ever going to come back and be at the level that you're at before, things like that. It's a very anxious time. So sending all the best and wishing like best wishes for the recovery. But yeah, never nice to report on this stuff.
Yeah, not at all. It's one of those things where it's like, wrestling's the cruel mistress in terms of like you get injured when you just think things are going well and you want to kind of maximize whatever the run is before sort of getting anything, and it's that the risk reward ratio of like, is this going to pay off? You never know. But yeah, it's just wrestling is a cruel business when things like this. But the people's health is the most important thing, so we can just say, get well soon to both of them, and then we'll get them back on TV where they belong. Yeah, just always sucks to report these things, but there it is. But that is it. Thank you very much for joining us on today's wrestling news. If you want, you can follow us over on the old social media. You can follow me at Phil My Chambers. You can follow Gareth.
And multiple different places with multiple different names. I am at gmorgan04 on X Twitter thing. On Instagram, I am at Gareth Morgram. And then within that, I've got my personal training fitness page, which is at fitness.focus.gm. Come and support all of our fitness goodness. And I put loads of posts out there with all my wonderful clients just doing their thing. And yeah, it's just a nice positive space for people who like to give positive vibes to fitness. That's what it is. Yes.
There you go. Most importantly, have yourselves a bloody good day.
Bye.